Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Smash Ultimate discussion. I'm your host, Insert Joke here, and I will just list off the guests that we have. We have, from the first and second discussion, we have the Bonehead Clan. We've got Nick S. and Matt. If you
Hi
guys want to...
everybody. Matt can't actually hear anything that's going on because I have headphones in. But Matt, say hi. Hey guys.
That's cool. We've got the return of Speed Demon 1939, or 1939, from the second discussion.
Hey, Clan, you forgot that part.
And we also have a new guest. We have LoneWolf1500.
Hello guys, what's going on?
Alright, nice. I think that's everyone.
You're forgetting
someone.
Wait, what?
You're forgetting someone.
Solid Snake?
Kept you waiting.
Yep, we got Big West back. Or Voice Acting Gamer 99.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much the Simon Belmont fan from that last one.
Yeah. And the first discussion, he talked about Simon and pretty much predicted his entire moveset.
Well, the one thing I was wrong about was the up special, but then again, I never thought they were going to combine like a move from one of the non-NES games for that, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, yeah, it seems like I was pretty good.
Simon.
Yeah, that was really cool.
You'd think he'd use the chain and swing, but no.
And then you went and used my little remark about him looking like a Spartan warrior in your freaking YouTube poop for that.
Yeah.
That had me weak right there. Like, that was like the last thing I expected.
And I played, "This is Sparta!"
Yeah, that was like the last thing I expected before hearing that was like just me talking about that, and then like you go straight into that. I'm like, I just went back to 2009.
I had so much fun making that video.
Oh man, I bet. I think one of the funniest parts was when you like had the whip hitting get had like a squeaking noise.
Oh yeah.
It caught me off guard.
Alright, guys, welcome to the discussion of a YouTube poop video.
Yes.
Pretty much. Alright, let's get back to like what we were actually here for.
Yeah. So you wanted to talk about the Ken leak, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up, the whole like thing about Ken.
Yeah.
That leak he had. Let me see. So you got the pictures of that I said, right?
Yeah.
So the thing with that leak was, I mean, I still take it with a grain of salt, but there are some aspects of it that make me wonder if it's actually like credible. Like you saw, like I was pointing out, the fact that the portraits, like at the bottom, how Pichu's was kind of cropped. Like you could saw, like his ear was like cropped.
Yeah.
And you see the same thing that was like with Ridley's, for example, how his was cropped. I don't know. That's not really the main part though. The one that really gets me thinking was the fact that someone actually went and replicated this with the demo of the game from like whatever convention or whatever it was at. But he swapped out Pichu with Pikachu and Ken with Ryu and put them all in like the exact same spot of the stage that it showed Ken and Pichu and the other two at. And you could tell from the picture that it looked like Ryu's foot was like glitched out, like there was a problem with his foot where it's like clipping into the platform.
Right.
And that there was some bug with the shadows not properly showing. If you look carefully at that, and I sent a close-up of that foot glitch with Ryu and Pac-Man, because it happened with him too. Compare that to the picture of Ken, and you'll notice those same two glitches are there. And you can see off to the right of the screen, there looks like some sort of like coding, like the game was in like debug mode or whatever, so it's possible.
If that is real, then I do hope that debug mode is just a feature.
If this is a fake leak, then whoever made this must have put a lot of time. And there's also the fact that to this day, they still haven't tracked down a Ken model that matches that one.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
that makes me wonder how credible this leak is. Like, I'm not the kind of person that sees a leak and says, "Oh, it must be real."
Me neither.
But if this is a fake leak, this is probably the most well-crafted, believable thing I have ever seen. Because they went as far, if they fake this, they went as far as to replicate the glitches that are in the demo for the real game at the moment.
Artsy Omni said Raymond. But yeah, going off that, Ken being an Echo Fighter for Ryu really isn't too far-fetched. I mean, everything's already there.
Yeah.
He makes sense.
Ken's
This is
pretty
almo-
much the original clone fighter of anything, so
Exactly.
it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, not to mention, like, this is almost as, I guess, obvious in a way as Shadow being the Echo Fighter for Sonic, if not an original
Oh,
moveset.
speaking of which, there was another like leak on 4chan. It's a little bit more recent. Then again, 4chan, you can't trust all 4chan leaks, but I still thought it was worth bringing up that this leak did go pretty into detail when it comes to like the actual leak itself, like how it was going to be shown off. And I noticed one of the most interesting parts was that it said Shadow actually wasn't an Echo Fighter. So that makes me wonder if they're going to do like what they did with Isabel and give him the Luigi treatment. Like the semi.
Oh, yeah.
It's possible.
Like, could you imagine if they went as far as to do that? That'd actually be pretty sick.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
plus,
like, I
it
don't
would be
see why
better
not.
because if you think about it, even though Shadow and Sonic look almost identical, their abilities aren't really the same.
Yeah.
I'm fine either way because he was an Echo in SA2 anyway.
Do we have a discussion,
pretty
Crasher?
much. Yeah, that's why I said I'd be cool with it either way. And then again, we still haven't seen Shadow as an assist trophy, so I mean.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd rather have Shadow be a newcomer than an Echo. I mean, don't get me wrong, Echoes are cool, but most of...
Anyway.
The thing about
speaking
Echoes is
of-
that...
I just sent you the leak I was mentioning on 4chan. It might not have sent in order, but yeah, it's out of order. But I sent it to you on here.
Real
Okay.
quick.
If you want to put it in a video, you can.
Alright.
Can we test that we can all make sure we can hear each other? Because I know that sometimes there are issues where somebody will be talking and someone else will just start talking because they can't hear them.
Well, I'm muted every time I don't talk.
I will read this leak. I'll read the leak out from the pictures if you guys want to hear what it says. It's pretty long, but you guys want to hear it?
If
Sure.
you want to.
All right.
Sure.
It says the original Smash Direct that was slated for October 6th. So this guy is saying there's also going to be one October 6th. And again, that's today actually, has been moved to the 16th. Claims to have a variety of sources on the same lines as Virgimen, who pretty much Virgimen, as you guys probably know, he's like the only like actual credible leaker so far.
Yeah.
He's the only possibly credible guy.
Yeah,
Didn't he say,
got
like-
Daisy,
This guy
he
think
got
his
Simon,
sources are
Ridley,
pretty much
everything
his
right.
source. Yeah, he not just Ridley, but the fact that Ridley would be revealed at E3. Like he was so particular about it and still got it right.
Yeah.
This guy, he's claiming that his sources are on the same lines as Virgimen. Some as the exact same source, so you can take it as fake or as fact.
Yeah, his dad
What-
worked for Nintendo.
But
Oh, never mind, I got it.
believe it or not, he doesn't say anything like that. But I will say this: any leak that says my insert whatever title here works at Nintendo or knows someone who works at Nintendo, you know it's going to be fake. He
I
says
mean, but
anyway,
you can also... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm reading this from his perspective, so anyway, then it says, but here's what I've gathered so far. The characters as of September 20th, 2018 have been completely set in stone. There are talks of Day 1 DLC, which that right there makes me a little skeptical, the fact that they're already apparently discussing Day 1 DLC. We already know Sakurai wouldn't really plan stuff like that until after the game's out.
He calls that a scam. And I agree with him.
And other DLC characters that's currently unknown. Here's what I've uncovered. And it says if you want to skip over anything extra and just want the basic new info, new fighters apparently are going to include Bandana Waddle Dee,
Yes.
Incineroar,
Okay.
Oh, God.
Skull Kid,
That's
Elma,
cool.
Elma.
Oh yes. Yes.
Isaac from Golden Sun, Gino.
Right.
By the way,
Amazing.
Gino is the character I wanted aside from Simon. So
I want this to be real now.
Yeah. Here's the one: Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic, and with like a notation next to that one, not an Echo Fighter. Banjo Kazooie,
Ooh.
Zora, which
That
Disney.
that's less likely. I don't. Yeah. That makes the league less.
Can I actually say something about this leak? So
Yeah.
I did watch it on YouTube because I'm a Smash
You've
fanatic,
seen the
just like
video,
pretty
right?
much everyone else in here. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
when you have
someone
a-
did upload a video of this leak.
yeah, when you have a leaker claiming their source is Vergabin, and then going off the fact that Sakurai literally said
No day
that
one.
they,
DLC.
there's not going to be too many. Don't expect too many newcomers, and then this guy lists like 20 newcomers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like that as
He,
well.
he also
then
said
again,
that
if you count
newcomers
Echo
were going to
Fighting-
be. Sorry.
But then
sorry.
again, if
So
you count,
he also said that the announcements of newcomers are going to slow down a little bit.
yeah, they did say that. Like he did say that. But like I said, I definitely don't really quite believe this leak. But it did go really into detail with like the reveals.
Well,
But-
it might just be a strategy to make people believe it because it's
Exactly.
Yeah. Anybody could craft fake trailer stories. So yeah,
anyone
I'm
can
not
make a
saying
fake
this makes
trailer
it
story, a
better.
fake script, and make it look credible.
That's the thing. I don't really believe this leak, and there's a few reasons why.
Sora
One.
for me.
Mentions day one DLC. Sakurai doesn't do DLC. He doesn't even mention DLC until like after the game. is
He
released.
doesn't mention DLC as early as the final direct.
That's the thing. Like he won't really bring. He usually doesn't mention DLC till like the launch. And there's other things. One, I hate to be the one to shit on Sora, but that right there also kind of makes it.
Yeah, I
The
get people
main-
want
I
him.
feel
It would
like
be
Sora
cool.
Sora actually would have a chance if it wasn't for Disney.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's the only reason because
There are
Sora
people
is
that
owned
think-
by half Disney, half Square, I believe.
That's the thing. Yeah, he's partially owned by both. But
I
if
do have
Disney owns any part of it, it's not going to be in the
Okay, I do have a question because maybe I'm not paying too much attention to it, but didn't Disney and Nintendo start making amusement parks together or whatever?
I think that's Universal.
No, that's
Universal. Okay. All right.
Oh my God! The first one's only going to be in Japan, but
I think
they have plans to
Nintendo.
branch
I
out
think
to the
Nintendo only is kind of teaming up with Disney when it comes to Wreck-It Ralph and stuff.
Super Nintendo World is what it's called. That sounds sick as fuck, to be honest. And
There better be a
if it-
Fire Emblem ride.
What would that be
Fuck
like?
I will
Fire
ride
Emblem.
that.
I want a freaking fuck Fire Emblem. I want a freaking F-Zero roller coaster.
Oh man, that would be
That-
really
that would be
cool.
one. I would like
Like,
a
based
Kid
off of,
Idris
like-
one also.
That would be like no. The F-Zero one, that would have to be like the Extreme Thrill one, because like how fast
Yeah.
that would be. I will not lie. If they have anything F-Zero related there, I will probably want to ride it all. 'Cause,
Speaking of newcomers, though, like, do you guys actually see Ken and
Ken
do
being
you see
Echo?
Ken or anyone else getting from?
Ken is a must in.
Oh yeah,
in my
he's definitely a must. But
Oh,
anyone
yeah.
else from that league, do you see actually getting added into the game?
Well, if they wanted to add a Street Fighter character that wasn't an Echo Fighter or isn't Ken, I could see someone else like
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li or M. Bison.
Do you think we'll get a Tekken character?
opinion. I'm not sure.
I don't really know, to be honest, but if they had anyone
I would
Tekken,
I would prefer
pretty much
Lloyd
say-
Irving over a Tekken character.
if they ever were to add someone from Tekken, it would be pretty much a given for it to be someone like Heihachi, someone who's actually
Yeah.
series.
Did you guys hear that he was actually supposed to be in Smash 4, but Sakurai didn't know
Yeah,
how to
they
do
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Same,
about
same
that.
with
That makes me
Takamaru though,
wonder
and he's
if
still
they'll
an
ever
assist
do that.
trophy.
Yeah,
Wait, who's in assist trophy?
Takamaru.
Oh yeah, Takamaru. Yeah.
Rip Takamaru, Rip Lin, Rip Waluigi.
How about I'm going a little left field here, but how about Ryu from Ninja Gaiden?
That would be pretty
That would be
interesting.
cool, but unlikely.
Okay, like I don't want to.
Unlikely, but that would be another cool like retro rep.
Yeah,
Fun fact
Bro,
about
retro,
Ryu,
Excite Bike. We need Excite Bike in the game.
It's
Excite
like
Bike
back
was
or
actually
Mach Rider for sure.
I see Mach Rider being an Echo Fighter.
Characters that were playing for Melee, like they were trying to decide like a retro rep for Melee, which ended up being the Ice Climbers, by the way.
yes.
She
Right.
had gone through plans for the Excite Biker, Mach Rider, and
The Balloon Fighter.
Alex
Balloon
Kidd.
Fighter. Yeah, a Balloon Fighter.
That was a
Then
joke.
again- But then again, Balloon Fight did get like a reference in Villagers on Special.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Balloon Fighter might not be a character. Speaking of, we might actually get like,
I doubt it.
yeah, we might actually get like a Balloon Fighter character or a Wrecking Crew character
As an
since we
assist trophy or whatever.
already have like
There was a-
the stages.
Yeah.
Before we stray too much away from the topic, I just wanted to say one more thing. Since we're talking about like fighting mature, okay, I should say more mature fighting games such as Street Fighter, such as Tekken. Do you
Raiden
guys?
from Mortal Kombat.
Would you guys like see
Liu Kang for Smash.
Yeah, I was going to say, would you guys like see a Mortal
fully
Kombat
support
character
that.
getting into Smash?
Bro, Scorpion for Smash. I said that in a video.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maximilian dude has like this crazy like conspiracy theory about Scorpion or Sub-Zero being in Smash.
Yeah, I was thinking that if they were to choose someone else from another fighting game, it would definitely have to be Scorpion or Sub-Zero.
I
Yeah.
would definitely have
Although
more
if
the
they-
backer sides
I-
get over here.
Oh my god. If I ever hear, get over here in Smash, I will nut so fucking
A lot of people will.
yeah.
Well,
But
now
to
would
be
that be his
honest,
grab or his side B?
If I'm being honest, I could actually see someone like Liu Kang being a better fit for Smash. Can you imagine the dragon being like the dragon fatality being like a final Smash, but when it fights someone, it doesn't fight them in half. It's like that instant KO animation, like what Bayo has for her final Smash.
That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that
Like
would.
the dragon right there, that is final Smash material right there. Then again, if they were to do
What
a
do you
final
guys think of
Smash
Shantae being in Smash?
I don't see it happening.
I don't see that.
Me
Like
neither, but I
seeing
want it.
Shovel Knight, after seeing Shovel Knight become an assist trophy, I'm like, yeah, Shantae's not even in the game at all.
Yeah.
But I want it,
If
but
someone,
really
like I
unlikely.
said, people are saying, like, because Shovel Knight was popular only in the U.S., and then Shantae's popular here and in Europe and Japan, I still don't think that increases her chances at all. I still think she's, like, very, very unlikely.
she's more likely a DLC than anything else.
Someone like Steve from Minecraft, as much as I hate to mention that name for Smash, even that is more likely than Shantae.
I was actually going to bring that up later. That was one of the things I had in my notes. Like, there was an interview Sakurai had with someone talking about
Mentioning
Minecraft, and he loves Minecraft.
Virgin mentioned Minecraft's going to be represented in some.
Oh yeah, he said the Creeper has this trophy, which I think is
Creeper
really
has
good.
an assist trophy. That actually would be pretty cool. Like, I won't
Yeah.
lie.
I
As
mean,
much as I don't want Steve to be a fighter, I wouldn't mind having a Minecraft assist trophy. Or there was another. leak
Monica
that
for
was saying-
Smash.
There was also an item. They were saying that
The pickaxe.
is going to be an item, and it'll like bury the fighters.
Oh my god, yeah.
Sounds a little
What would be
overpowered
really
though.
Cool is if it's Minecraft themed, if you had a stage like based on Minecraft where you could like
That's what I was thinking. Make
break-
a stage. Make
break
it like
the
a
floor.
travel stage. No. Yeah, that, but you could make it like a travel stage, so at some point you'll also be in the Nether or the Ender realm.
I was going to say they can either do. Personally, I don't necessarily like travel stages, but they can either do that or they can do it like Mario Maker. Every time you play the stage, it's like a different generated world.
That would be pretty
actually
cool.
Sounds better. Because
Yeah, that sounds
Minecraft's whole purpose is crafting. That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
But if
I was-
if they wanted to still incorporate like the other Minecraft worlds, they could make it so every once in a while the stage will be based in the Nether or the Ender realm. I actually wouldn't mind like if an Ender realm stage was built, like if they had like cameos in the background, like have the Ender Dragon in the background or whatever.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Imagine if they made if they make a Minecraft stage. Could you imagine the Ender Dragon being like a stage boss?
Or
Oh, that
maybe
would
like
be
a
awesome.
spirits boss.
It would basically be it would probably replace someone like Ridley was in Smash 4.
Right.
I feel bad for Ridley.
Yellow
Even though
Devil.
he's a fighter, I feel bad if he had to be replaced by a giant pixelated dragon.
Well, there's still the opportunity for them to put Omega Ridley in that position, you know?
Oh my god, Omega Ridley. Jeez.
I mean, yeah, Omega Ridley is just the advanced form of Meta Ridley, but
Wait,
I mean,
didn't
they're
they-
pretending
I
that
think
Ridley
they
and
were
Meta
saying
Ridley are
Omega Ridley might
interchangeable.
actually be an alt for Ridley.
That's an alt.
Even though
yeah,
Meta
not-
Ridley
Wait,
is, I
who's-
think they were saying
definitely an alt.
Omega. I think they were saying Omega Ridley might have an alt too.
The only ult I want is Hilda for Zelda.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
But it
What
wasn't
for
in the
Zelda?
it wasn't in the demo. Yeah, Hilda for Zelda.
Maybe as an Echo
Something
Fighter.
about Minecraft
Isn't
that I
that
do
the,
really like is
reverse
like this.
Zelda from Link Between Worlds.
Yes.
Oh
If
my
this-
god, that actually would be cool.
I could
I
see
need
it being
to
an
grab
Echo.
Zelda and Smash.
We're getting an actual Minecraft
That's the
stage.
thing. People like
The one thing I like
could see
about
Zelda being
Minecraft
like
is
an Echo
definitely the
Fighter, but actually no. Since they look too similar, I'd rather that be a.
Well, I mean, you've also
Yeah,
got Pit and
that's-
Dark Pit.
Echo Fighter is my last hope, basically, because she wasn't a skin. Or if there's 16 skins or 12 skins instead of 8, then yeah, that'll increase their chances, but I don't see that happening.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
and
what did
I'll
I
be
miss?
honest, the Echo Fighter I want to
That's
see
my question.
most for anybody
We
in
were-
the game is Black Shadow over Captain Falcon.
That would be cool. Anyways,
Ken,
over
Ken,
you.
Ken,
People are
should,
saying
Ken should have
this-
number 1 priority. And then I would probably want, and then the one I really kind of want is John for Bayonetta.
I don't see
even
that
though
happening.
people-
We've got the
people-
color.
People will hate me for saying that because everyone hates Bayonetta.
I am probably
Who
one
knows?
of
Maybe
these
Jean will be
people
tournament legal and Bayonetta
I'm
won't.
probably one of the few people that doesn't hate Bayonetta, but also does
Same
not
here.
love Bayonetta. I just know how to deal with her. Like I can.
I don't hate
now.
I mean,
Bayonetta as
by
a
the time
character,
people-
she's not too bad. Like her game series is good. It's just the
Oh
way
my
she
god, I love her
plays.
games.
The way she
Hey,
plays, she
I
plays like she's the only character in the game that plays directly like she's pulled from her game. But it's just her. They give her too many like. They
In
give a lot of her
Smash,
moves
she
too much
plays
priority.
too much like a Marvel.
I've
versus
been
Capcom
defending
character.
Dark Pit and Lucina since Smash 4, so yeah.
I mean,
Man, we went
before I was
off.
basically, burned away from Smash
Yeah.
4. I wasn't having too
Wait,
much
if
trouble
Bayo
against
was to have
Bayonetta.
any
Big fan
Echo
of
Fighter,
Bayonetta.
it would obviously have to be John. That's like not even a question.
Yeah, that's not a question.
The
Well,
only
I
thing
only say
is,
that because she's not a skin, so.
yeah.
People-
Oh,
wait,
There's a skin based on her, but
Before we get too
There
much
is a
sidetracked,
skin
there was a
based
leak
on
that I recently read. I cannot remember everything on the leak, but one of the things on the leak said that that skins will be buyable in terms of like in-game currency because they said
and
something
they'll have
about
some
having a
PlayStation-
lot of in.
Not PlayStation. Like
They
Um,
said something
yeah,
about having like a
I'm
lot of
not-
in-game currency and that you would be able to go to the shop and buy skins. Now, and they said
Wait a minute.
characters that they weren't able to
That
make
leak
Echo
might be
Fighters,
the one
they
I
made
was just
skins
reading.
instead.
That kind of
Oh,
makes me
I-
think.
I would
was
like
just
that.
reading, bro. The leak
Yeah,
I was just
because-
reading has that.
you know,
mentioned.
so you want to know one of my main problems about Mario skins?
Which
Because of the wedding outfit and builder outfit, they got rid of the Fire Mario and Wario outfits for Mario.
They got rid of They got rid of Fire Mario. Are you?
Yes.
That was
Why?
the one.
That's such a
Be-
classic
because
outfit.
Because Builder Mario and Wedding Mario, they took over the white and yellow spots. So that's why I want more
Anyway, yeah.
costumes.
Watch it be
Yeah,
something
Fire
like
Skins.
the trophies.
That actually,
Not even
guys,
Smash
that was in
4
the leak I was just reading. Like, let me read that. It says they mention Breath of the Wild Zelda, Digby from Animal Crossing.
Yep,
Miss
that's the one
Patty,
right there. That's the
and
one right there.
Nintendo. And Nintendo.
Well, remember that even in Smash 4, the
Where's
colors,
Hilda?
the colors did not fill in any slots. They really didn't matter.
Some of the other costumes include Clay Kirby, King Mario, Boxer Donkey Kong, and some new Inkling haircuts.
Well, in
Donkey
Smash
Kong
4,
makes
they
a lot
got
of
rid of Blue Mario because of NES Golf Mario.
Which kind of annoyed me.
It annoyed me
Again,
also.
The colors don't matter as far as filling in slots anymore. In fact,
Well,
I mean,
well,
Smash
before,
Bros.
well,
is a
before
better
Smash
game.
4, because they made sure everyone had A, but they also limited it to A besides Little Mac.
Yeah.
You also
Which-
gotta
that
remember that the
I was
Super Smash
reading,
Bros.
I
demo
wanted
never
to
had
finish
like all of the
reading.
alts because I remember Ridley being in Super Smash. Well, I remember him being in the demo and he didn't have his Meta Ridley alt.
Yeah, that's
So,
my
the
hope
Mario
for
Kart
it.
gets to possibly still be in the game.
But I saw the demo. But I
Yeah,
saw
that's my
the,
hope
the-
for it.
I saw the article. Yeah.
Meta Ridley might actually still be built at the moment, like they're still working on it. Because I noticed they do have an alt for him in the demo that's like gray and has like similar colors to the Meta Ridley skin. So I'm thinking that one's just going to be like a stand-in for it until they finish
Who
Meta
knows if it's
Ridley.
gonna be a Mega Man? If it's gonna be like a Mega Man 11 scenario where they had a Star Force costume, but nope,
Was
that
Zero
was just an
Samus
idea.
in the demo at all?
I don't believe
yeah,
so.
that was a filler. That was literally just filling in while they were creating assets for the other weapons.
Demo, I don't really know off the top of my head.
I don't believe
Yeah,
so.
I didn't
because
play
I
the demo.
believe I don't think that Bayonetta actually had. Well, not Bayonetta. I'm sorry. I don't
Which
believe
demo?
that Zero Suit Samus actually had her swimsuit alt either.
Well, that was
fan service.
well, that was
Those
Yeah.
weren't swimsuits.
well. Wait, you're talking about Smash 4, right?
No, I am talking about Ultimate, but I'm just saying like I haven't seen those suits in the game yet, so maybe you actually.
Well,
do
she
have to
wasn't
unlock
playable
other
in the
alts.
demo, so
Yeah, and they haven't showed game player screenshots of those either.
they haven't shown every single costume yet.
Yeah.
What if they're replaced with other swimsuits, like the black one or the white one?
The red one with green hair from NES.
Hello?
That would be pretty cool. Okay, we
Yeah.
got a lot of
That
discussion
Leo
crashers.
that had mentioned Banjo and Sora and all them. There's two other characters that had mentioned. Saki from Sin and Punishment
Oh, I would love that.
and Klaus.
I liked
from
playing that.
It mentioned
Klaus,
another
that would be
character.
cool, but
That
eh,
is a tough game. That is a
What,
very
Mother?
tough game.
Or Sin and Punishment.
Sin and Punishment.
Hey, the title fits.
it would be a
who knows?
cool. It would be a cool
Showcasing
reintroduction
some
of a character that's been
it says-
dead for
Little
10
League
years
says
or so.
Sakurai comes in and talks about the
20
new
years.
characters and their inclusion. Showcases some brand new assist trophies and 2 new Pokemon. The Pokemon are apparently Drampa and Chandelure. The assist trophies are the Saturos from Golden Sun. Describes it as 2 volcanoes appear and it rains exploding meteors for a short period of time. And this one, if this is real, I am gonna rage. King from Mario swaps percentages around between fighters.
And see,
Oh,
that's
no.
why this
That
league
would
sounds
be
like something
nuts.
Sakurai would do.
That
That's
sounds
Manaphy.
nuts.
That's like Manaphy from Brawl.
No, Manaphy swaps which character you're controlling.
Didn't mention,
the percentages where they are.
Poochie from
right.
Yoshi digs underground and finds useful items, similar to how Isabelle used to be. Urbosa
I can see that
from
happening.
Breath of the Wild hovers around you when hit while blocking. They're now stunned with a large lightning bolt.
Wait, which character?
Urbosa.
Urbosa from Breath of the Wild.
I don't know
Oh.
who that is.
And then here's the one we already brought up.
Naruto, I believe.
This save lead mentions Creeper. That's the one we were talking about. Like, if within
Yeah.
range, it walks up and kamikaze. If you
Yeah.
walk out of range beforehand, it'll stay and continue to attempt to follow you. And it mentions Echo Fighters. There's a few Echo Fighters it mentions. Some of them are pretty much obvious. It mentions Ken, but there are some others that seem obvious, like Medusa over Palutena.
I'm not sure about that as a Kid Icarus Uprising fan. I'm not sure if it fits.
Am I the only one hearing an echo?
Like,
Over Inkling.
this is the same guy who added
I
like
can barely hear you. What is this one?
What?
Medusa from Kid Icarus as an Echo Fighter.
As an Echo of Palutena.
Yes, that is the best Echo Fighter Palutena could possibly have, honestly.
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's questionable. The Octoling over Inkling.
I don't see
That's
that
questionable.
happening.
Dixie Kong over Diddy Kong.
Semi-echo.
I would go like yes.
I would rather have
Around Crom style of echo.
Yeah,
The one
why
I
is
like
Crom an
Black
Echo?
Shadow over Captain Falcon.
That one would be cool. But,
F-Zero needs a new rep somehow.
yeah. But here's a good question.
Better yet, not just a new
Shadow
rep,
over
they need
Sonic.
a new freaking game.
F-Zero
Yes.
needs a new game.
They do. I freaking love that too.
What's my kid for a game?
And then one more. The last Echo Fighter is apparently Black Knight over Ike.
That, so many Fire Emblem characters.
I mean,
don't know Fire
yes,
Emblem, so I
So
can't
many are Echoes.
story-wise, I can understand why you think that, but no, going by his animations in Radiant Dawn and Dark Radiance, he
yeah,
plays he moves
he's
a lot
really
sort of like
different.
the guy.
He's,
dressed
he's
up
also
in a-
really tall. He's also really tall. He's probably taller than I.
Even if this leak is fake, I still want to read how they're describing the trailers. Because fake or not, it's still pretty interesting to hear.
Oh, once you get into
Yeah.
describing
The
trailers, it'll
first
be
one, alright guys. Let's huddle around for story time now. I'm just kidding.
I was somewhat interested in the idea of Chandelure as a Pokeball Pokemon, but that's only because Chandelure is like
Yeah,
one of my
don't
favorite
interrupt that
Pokemon.
guy.
It said Chandelure and Drampa are going to be the two new Pokemon.
You know what I would love
It
to
says
see?
It'll open with Shulk, Link, and Marth fighting
Oh, yeah.
Rathalos in a cinematic cutscene. Link and Marth get destroyed. Shulk's barely holding on until Elma shows up.
Yes.
Midway through, it transitions to Elma getting beat up, similar to how Richter
Aw.
was revealed. Isaac comes in and lends a hand before transitioning into his very own gameplay sequence.
Is that?
I
is
don't
that
understand
fun?
that.
Isaac lends a hand.
I
That
don't
would
think,
be freaking
to be
hilarious.
honest, I don't think there was ever a Super... Wait, I'm sorry, I'm not even talking to my mic. I don't think there was ever a Super Smash Bros. Leak where the person actually, correctly
Went
predicted
into
the actual trailer for the character. So once you
tried.
get into that, like literally once you get into that, it's automatically fake. But for me, everything in this leak sounds so Sakurai until I at least heard Black
Sakurai,
Knight.
but I think that's the point.
If this leak turns out to be true, it's gonna be freaking sweet.
And
Alright.
even Sakurai,
Yeah.
like I feel like he probably would add Black Knight in as a character because the Mii costume and then like Medusa,
Oh,
he
yeah.
created characters
Black Knight is
outside
one of the
of
most
Riley.
Black Knight is one of the most popular villains from Fire Emblem.
Exactly. So
Fire
like
Emblem.
Sakurai, this entire leak reeks Sakurai. The only thing that is skeptical to me is when you start getting into the reveal trailers. Like no one's ever predicted.
That, or it did bring up talks of Day 1 DLC and one of the.
Okay, I know it's
Wait,
late
did this
for a
leak
little
actually
bit.
do that?
If you're still calling, I'll come back.
Okay, then.
It starts out by mentioning Day 1 DLC and one of the newcomers being Sora.
Okay, but what?
That's a
the-
load.
okay, so
That is a load.
yeah, the thing about that is like it depends. Like, what is this Day 1 DLC? Because I doubt it has to be a character. But I can
It's
see
not.
if it's Sora if they reveal him as a DLC character before the game comes out, kind of like how Mewtwo. But at the same time,
They're
Nintendo have to go through so
mentioning
much stuff with
costumes
Disney.
For fighting.
Oh jeez, Disney is way too.
Not all characters were revealed before the release of the game.
Alright,
and
if
that counts as
guys, if
actually
Nintendo
before.
had a decent relationship, with Disney, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite would have come out on the Switch.
Oh
Alright,
god, but
Disney
that would...
is really controlling.
Let me finish
Like,
the leak.
what was it? When they had control of Power Rangers, they actually tried to get it toned down. Not the Power Rangers adaptation, the original Sentai. They actually tried to get the people in Japan to tone it down, and they were like, "Screw you guys," which is why some of the Super Sentai
Kinda
shows
sounded
were
like a British
really
cartoon,
Japanese themed, like really Japanese.
Yeah.
But yeah, alright, so yeah, let me finish this leak.
Okay.
It says our gameplay sequence of Isaac. It also showcases a transitioning stage where it seems to be Golden Sun based. Unsure whether it is Mars Lighthouse or another stage. And alright, now let's see this. After that, they show off 2 more additional items. The Minecraft pickaxe, which digs enemies into the floor, which I already brought up before. The Royal Badge, temporarily stronger, but for duration, takes 1% per second. Afterwards, they talk about music tracks and that there will be an official album to buy with an MP3 download available.
Well, they had an album for 4, so that's somewhat
yeah,
believable.
I don't buy that. They got a lot of that special Smashing soundtrack that that came out in CDs. They probably still go for the physical part in that particular aspect.
See,
yeah,
this
it
league
says-
would have been
it says
actually
in an
big
official
if they
album
didn't
for it
start
with
talking about the
MP3
trailer
downloads.
reveals.
Like it's like talking about it being both digital and like physical. And after Sakurai shows off 2 of the new Echo Fighters, which is Canova Ryu, who has more fiery and orange particle effects and has a bit more gusto, whatever the fuck that is.
That's lame.
And Medusa over Palutena, who is sassier and has dark particle effects. Afterwards, it plays a highlight of all the new characters before the screen visually cracks and the line, "You better not have forgotten about me." Shadow the Hedgehog shows up with his splash screen and quick gameplay shown confirming he isn't an Echo Fighter. If that happens during a stream, I will actually go nuts, because that's going to be unexpected as hell. Like, where you think it's going to end, because it shows all the characters being added, and then that shit happens?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I agree. Like, just seeing Shadow
that
as
sounds like
an
Shadow.
official
That sounds like
playable
something
character.
Shadow would do, the edgy.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like something he'd say, but.
Yeah, but also one thing is that
Yeah.
not all characters were revealed before the release of the game, and that has happened
Afterwards,
since Smash 64.
Wait, I'm sorry, Redaway. What were you saying?
About
I don't think every character is going to be revealed before the game comes out. In fact, if we think
far
about
from
it,
it.
this has
It
happened
mentions what
since Smash 64.
They specifically said that every character who was in the base roster is going to be revealed prior.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did say that.
So, the leak...
That's just not revealing how you unlock them.
Alright, so the leak mentions all these new fighters, but it says for the next live stream, they're only going to show off Elma, Isaac, hold on, let me read. Isaac, Elma, the Echo Fighters that are going to be shown are Ken and Medusa. Then it's going to have Shadow as like a surprise reveal showing he's not an Echo Fighter.
No, would that be all the characters?
Not all of the characters.
Don't
but
expect too many newcomers.
I'll reread that after I finish the league. Then he mentions
some
that.
direct
Then it
contradictions
mentions
with things
Sakurai is
that
going to talk
in
about.
this case.
Then it mentions that Day 1 DLC is going to be costumes for the fighters, and flat out mentions Breath of the Wild Zelda, Digby from Animal Crossing, Myth Pac-Man, and Nintendo, saying they're going to be the costumes, and you can earn them either by buying them or getting a large quantity of in-game coins. Kind of like with the Meat Fighter parts. Remember, you could buy some of those or unlock them?
Or like the
Yeah.
trophies.
It would be pretty similar with these.
Okay. So moving on from leaks, do you guys want to start talking about gameplay?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about
In
gameplay.
what aspect? What's the talk
Yeah,
about presently, since they haven't really let anyone
one
play
other-
a new version of it in quite a while?
Yeah, sorry. There's one more thing. I hate to drag on about this, but there was one more part.
Yeah, that's fine.
It says the trailer is going to end with Sakurai thanking everyone for watching the presentation. Then it cuts to another extended version of King K. Rool's intro, but shows it as a reflection of the new Pork City as they fight Pocky. But
Pocky.
looming over is a shadowy armed figure.
I'm sorry, who?
Who's Pocky?
It says Pocky. Isn't
Yeah,
that how
that,
they
okay, and we already have deconfirmation. That is not his name character.
Isn't Pocky and Porky, like, did they mean Porky?
Porky.
Oh, Porky!
Porky.
It said Pocky.
Pokey.
P-O-K-K-Y?
That makes, no, yeah, this league's fake.
Yeah. First of all, don't expect too many newcomers. Second of all, there's the whole, the trailer with Elma and Isaac. I don't see that happening. There's never been a trailer like that. Why would they have two newcomers share a trailer? They've never done that. They want to highlight.
When they get the newcomer from the same exact game.
We already have like 8 or 9.
They did that with Grom and Dark Samus at the Direct.
Yeah, but they were Echo Fighters, so I don't really count that.
Yeah, half of them were Echo Fighters. You're right about that. But it seems like Sakurai kind of counts those as like separate characters.
Right. But I'm talking about like
So it makes
newcomers.
So far we have 9 newcomers, including the Echo Fighters.
In fact, I think this lake, despite how detailed, I said lake, despite how detailed
lake.
it is, I still think it's fake.
Bro, Del
I think that
Lago
only
for
helps me
Spirits
think it's
mode.
fake.
For one, they misspelled Porky. Second,
Yeah.
mentions Day 1 DLC. And like you guys were saying, don't expect too many new fighters. Mentions a shit ton of them, even though it says only a few of them are going to be shown during the next stream. But
That's why I asked how many, what did the leak specifically say? Because if those were the last 5 newcomers, which this game already has, like, an amazing cast of characters already, that's fine. But if you have, like, if you're, like, blowing your load on 5 characters, like, hey, there's going to be, like, another character reveal next week, just no. 5 characters sounds realistic, where, especially since it's, like,
not only has he been
especially since it's, like, 2 newcomers and then 3 echoes.
In fact,
Hey, I'm
believe
back.
it or not, MEWTWO-MILLION, I actually posted in spoiler chat on the server a while back. There was a leak version made shortly after the August 8th direct. In fact, maybe I'll read that one.
Okay.
Because it's Virgin. I would pretty much say this leak is a lot more likely, considering who leaked it.
To be honest, from my perspective, to be
I
honest,
must say, most of these leaks we find seem more like people just publishing their Smash wish lists.
yes.
Yeah.
Instead of actually
It
leaking
seems like
info.
they're all just guesses, even Virgin to me.
Here's what Virgin was saying. Let me see. This leak was posted September 10th. He says, Incineroar as a
Oh,
new Pokemon,
God.
but he does say Virgin notes that he's not extremely confident about Incineroar, so don't get too excited about that one.
Good. I don't want
It is
Incineroar.
probably kind of like the Gamatsu leak.
Good, I want the Decidueye.
I want
See,
Galissapod.
That's the one thing about Virgin is, like, he's getting all these characters correctly, and then when you expect the Decidueye, he's like, oh no, you get Incineroar. So it's like, this guy.
This
has-
is
Yeah, but why Incineroar? That's such a stupid idea to me.
Guys, what the hell do you mean he's not confident? That pretty
Exactly.
much throws a wrench into everything he's trying to do.
Also, didn't he
Not
say no
really.
new
This guy
DK
got
character?
Ridley, Simon Belmont, Daisy, and Isabel right. Like,
He said Isabel would be
there has
an
not
Echo.
there has not been like a single character he said that hasn't been confirmed yet.
He said no new DK
and
character.
Even outside of Smash, he has a really good record of getting other leaks right. He got
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 6 being a new game and Grow, the brand new fighter for that game, right? The Ninja Turtles being the final guest characters in Injustice 2. Like, seriously, who would have thought of that?
Me?
The Ninja Turtles?
Yes. I was predicting that.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wow.
Alright, what else? He predicted freaking Jump Force! A few days before they revealed Jump Force was even a thing.
I wouldn't say he predicts. It's more so his
They seem like guesses.
his resources. His sources are very
Sources
credible.
are
He has
saying.
good,
That's
really.
what I'm saying.
He has
He's
really
got
good
really good
resources.
sources. Anyway, yeah.
Sources.
He also
I meant.
mentions Ken.
Yeah, same.
He knows Ken could be an Echo fighter.
I still don't feel that.
The one that's really interesting
I see it.
is I am not kidding when I say this one right here is what gets me thinking. He doesn't say a flat out character name. He says a new Square Enix character. Doesn't say who it is. He just says a new Square Enix character.
Okay,
Probably
so this
Gino.
is that's actually something. This is actually hold on. This is actually something I want to get into. Did you have anyone?
I think it's Gino.
No, have any of you been able to actually read why he said he couldn't tell which Square Enix character it is? If not, it's
I don't know.
because pretty much like Square Enix, like whoever their higher ups are, they're going around telling everyone different characters, and whoever leaks the certain character that they've been told is going to get fired. So there might for instance, let's say if I'm the boss, not saying I am, but let's say if I'm the boss and I say, hey, Big West, the newcomer is going to be Sora, and if I hear that Sora is being leaked, I say, hey, you're fired. And then I might go to MEWTWO-MILLION and say, hey, the newcomer is Gino. And I hear Gino, hey, you're fired. That's pretty much what's going on at Square right now. So that's why he can't necessarily
That's
pinpoint
why
who
That
the
makes sense.
newcomer
Yeah,
is.
it makes sense.
I could think of multiple characters that could be the Square Enix rep. Aside from Sora and Jano, there's also like
That makes
No,
me
Drake
wonder if
from
Burton
Dragon
works
Quest.
Oh yeah, Dragon Quest.
Chrono from Chrono
Yes. Yes. Oh my god.
That'd be
yes.
great.
Or how about Zach Fair?
as
Maybe.
an echo of Cloud.
How about Lara Croft?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she's technically a square character now. isn't she?
Tomb
Yeah, she
Raider
is
in Smash would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd actually be pretty cool to have a Tomb Raider.
Wow, Rob.
What about Noctis from Final Fantasy 15?
And then my fanfic of having
joking.
Zero Suit Samus fight Lara will finally come true.
Oh my god. But then again, Noctis is in Tekken 7. Speaking of which, I
Yeah, that was
swear,
mostly a joke.
off topic, but Negan is probably the most left field thing for Tekken 7.
Oh god.
Like, Mortal Kombat is a series we know that had guest fighters like that, like Mortal Kombat having some horror villains and stuff like that, and then you have Predator. But a game like Tekken having fucking Negan from The Walking Dead? That is
Get it
like
right?
so left field.
Oh yeah,
I think
totally.
so. I still think he would have done better in Mortal Kombat, to be honest. Like, could you imagine Negan being in Mortal Kombat? Now that actually fits right there.
That actually fit better with the type of show watching.
And Mortal
Gameplay-wise,
Kombat,
I'd say
and with
yes,
Mortal
gameplay-wise,
Kombat, they wouldn't have to
better
worry
Mortal
about
Kombat.
censoring Negan at all. They could have like a fatality based off how he killed Glenn.
I don't watch the
that
watching
actually
game.
fits so well in Mortal Kombat.
I don't watch the show, so I wouldn't know.
I think it mostly has to do with his character instead of how tough he is, because I've been watching the series and he's only tough because of his army.
Yeah, he's got a pretty sad backstory. I won't lie. I kind of sympathize with him.
Alright. Let's move on to...
Little Big, let me in.
Okay, then. Let's move on to another topic. Let's talk about some theories.
Okay, for some reason, one of my favorite lines in Negan is
Story
when he
mode
says,
theory.
"And a bed of spaghetti."
Series.
Story mode.
Oh god, yes, I have a lot to say about spirits.
I don't have.
I do not see
You
it.
think it's story mode?
Since we're talking about story mode, okay, so there was a video. This guy was definitely thinking way too hard when he made this video, and like I showed a few of my friends, and they said, yeah, he's thinking way too hard. But
Is it Nintendo Land?
no, it's not that. It's actually he's an undercover YouTuber. You know, it's like low key. He has like that video has like 500 views, so not really a lot. But I was one of the fortunate people to come across this video, and he said this before spirits was a thing, and he started with the Inkling reveal trailer, and how
Oh no.
it was pretty much the light of it was light and dark. You know how like the trailer starts out, the color's bright white, everything's cool, and then it fades into dark, and that's when everything becomes some kind of sinister and eerie, and dreadful.
into it.
And this, yeah, he put way too much thought into this video, but it was very well thought out. And then next thing you know, Spirits comes out, and you see like the dark tone of the Castlevania trailer. I mean, like that's what Castlevania is, but Luigi getting his soul. I'll find it real quick, but you guys can continue talking about the adventure mode. But I just have a lot to say about it.
I want to see this when we're done.
Super Smash Bros. It's probably washed out now because everyone's talking about Spirit, so his video is going to be like under the carpet.
You remember the
Kind of like my Spirits mode video.
Wait, this is recording for a video.
I'm kind of curious of how the
What?
the
Yeah,
fight
this is
with
being
Dracula
recorded.
is gonna be.
Oh dear God, someone!
What?
I did not know that.
I'm curious how
Well,
the
I mean,
fight
you
with the
kind of
monster
crashed
Dracula-
the discussion.
Mostly because the stage in which it is featured, where
I
you
guess.
battle him, it's very different than the one you use in the normal Smash battles.
Oh yeah, the stage that they showed Rathalos off in, that's
Yeah.
not a pickable stage.
What about the Rathalos?
Yeah,
No, that's just a
yeah,
Spirits
that's
mode stage.
suspicious to me. That's the
Oh,
best
can I
possible
actually bring
type
this
of
up to you guys' attention?
theory.
Yeah.
That Sakurai is actually known for giving hints of things before he actually announced them. Because if you guys all go back and watch the original
Right.
the original review for Super Smash Bros. 4, when Mario jumps up and before it goes to 3DS to Wii U, he's actually jumping from Smash Run.
Yeah.
So he actually could have been teasing Spirits. Well, yeah, he definitely is teasing Spirits mode, if you guys can tell. Like that actually is like going to be a mode you can
How
say he's
Dracula
teasing.
will appear? Only time
Do
will
you
tell.
think you would have cutscenes or just an adventure type of like Melee?
No, we need the cutscenes. We need the story modes.
Aw, man,
I
I
want
love
cutscenes,
the
but I don't
subspace
know if it's likely.
cutscenes.
No, I
think
think
story
there was
mode,
a
like-
trailer.
Yeah, the
that had,
cutscenes
like,
for
a
the trailers
cloud
in
that was
Smash 4
shaking
were
back
cool,
in.
but they didn't bring as much impact to me since there was no story behind it. Like,
It
I wanted to
wasn't.
imagine
Yeah,
the story
it wasn't something like watching Samus and Pikachu team up or something. It wasn't as, let's say, magical or so.
Right.
It's magic!
Stop it! I couldn't think of another word.
I was trying to make like a subtle mind-sized Joel reference.
It's magic, Joel, it's magic!
Sounds like a drunk
It's magically delicious.
That sounds like a
Granddad!
frog.
Bring Silva Gunner jokes into
You
this.
guys go for those who haven't if you haven't seen it.
Granddad!
I'm just kidding.
He's having the zombie from Love Live and Smash.
I still remember this trailer. Yep, you know, back when I kind of like to imagine back when the Smash 4 trailers were coming out, like a story behind each trailer. For example, at the show trailer, why Bowser was running around there.
Pervert the pervert in Smash.
You know, one thing I did notice into the Isabelle trailer is that so this theory of mine is kind of like debunked just because Isabelle trailer, but one thing I did notice before that was every trailer for Smash Ultimate was always directed in the same detail. Like, for instance, when you had Robin and Lucina being announced, it was for Fire Emblem. Like, you know, it was a Fire Emblem graphic. Same goes for, I guess...
Falcon looks so amazing in that trailer.
Yeah, same goes for, like, Little Max or, like, Palutena.
Yeah,
but
that
then
was
Isabelle got announced. I'm like,
every
maybe...
trailer for Smash 4, but a lot of them, but plenty of the...
Yeah, Isabelle's was in an Animal Crossing type of
Yeah.
style.
I was thinking that maybe the trailers that they were pulling from could have actually been from a story mode.
Which they did reveal afterward, obviously. But like when Isabelle's trailer started, I could have sworn it was an Animal Crossing trailer until I saw her getting a letter, and I'm like, wait a minute, this happened with Villager.
Yeah,
Then
this
you
is
see
Smash.
the
This is
letter,
Smash.
you
This is
see
Smash.
the red stamp, and it's like, oh shit.
All I had to read was campsite in Smash. And I'm like, yeah, this is totally
Camping in Smash.
It just took the letter from me.
Yeah.
I have made like this really funny meme out of that like it's kind of childish. I won't lie. I'll send it to you.
And not to mention that, like, previously in the CGI trailers for Smash 4, the characters were always fighting, where these trailers, the characters are kind of banding together, if you notice.
Yeah, like Bowser Jr.'s trailer, where you had like all the newcomers that were revealed before him, they were teaming up against him, but then the other Koopalings as well. That was dope.
That was a great trailer. I wish that was an actual reveal and not just a trailer that we can't reveal right now.
Yeah, but Bowser Jr. was already revealed as a player in Smash 3DS.
Okay, wait, hold on. I see that Speed Demon left. He sent me a message why, but where'd Bonehead Clan go?
Oh no.
What?
Bonehead Clan.
Speed Demon said that he left because he wasn't feeling good, but I don't see Bonehead Clan. He didn't explain why he left.
I didn't even notice he left.
Did you guys even?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of
left?
people here, even people I didn't expect to come here. But that's fine.
Hey, if there's a call, I'm always gonna try to come here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kind of, you know, add
No, it's
everyone
alright.
warning
It's
for
fine.
that.
What this is, it's a Smash Ultimate discussion that I'm recording. If you guys didn't know.
I'm
Oh, you're
glad
gonna
I know
post it?
now.
Oh, you're gonna post it?
Yeah, it's gonna be posted. Am I hearing an echo? Is anyone else hearing an echo?
It's probably me. I'm sorry. I'll mute myself.
I hear it.
Seriously, warning would have been appreciated.
Well, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the video. We have
Welcome to the
Mortez
Scarf
and-
Army.
Welcome, even though you came like 20 minutes, not 20, a half hour ago.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave soon because I'm at a marching tournament
All right.
and I'm trying to hide in somewhere that's quiet so I can join the call.
I have a question for you guys. Like graphically, where would you compare this to Smash 4?
An improvement.
A really good improvement. I
I
didn't
wouldn't
think
say
Smash
it's a vast improvement, but it is an improvement.
An improvement. I've been seeing screenshots comparing the details between various characters
Just
from
the-
the full
just the-
version and
just the increase in
this
detail
version.
was
It's
great.
yeah.
Just the expressions, the facial expressions.
One step that I definitely noticed too, I'm pretty sure you guys also noticed, is definitely the lighting. The lighting has increased drastically. Like it's much more detailed than what it was in the previous game.
I feel it has a similar art style to Smash 4 in the type of
My stepbrother is a
realistic
living
type
meme.
of-
He just walked into this garage randomly dressed like Chief Hopper from freaking Stranger Things.
Hey Star, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
My stepbrother's
the
a
art
meme.
style seems
He
to
just
be
walked
going
into the
for
garage
Smash
dressed
4
like
type
Chief
of
Hopper
vibe,
from
but
Stranger
with
Things.
with a little bit of the brawl realism inside it.
Oh,
at
yeah,
least
definitely.
Melee, or at least melee realism.
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
You know, melee still had the realistic overalls and stuff.
I do like how Brawl, the art style of that was.
Tribute to Melee.
It was unique. It gave it its own identity, and that's what I liked about it.
Super Smash Brothers, huh? That sounds mighty fun.
I only asked because like my initial thoughts for Smash Ultimate was it kind of looks like Smash 4, but as I've seen more and more of the game, it clearly doesn't. It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Like,
It
usually
looked
when I look at a new
different.
Smash
It
Bros.
looked
game,
different
you
to
can
me from
definitely
the
see,
start.
you can see like it's like usually like there's a huge jump between 64 and Melee Brawl 4, and Smash Ultimate really is like a definite improvement of Smash 4, like what Smash 4 tried to do.
It's like
terms of
Smash
the
4
art.
looked
Yeah.
so
A lot
cool and
better.
you didn't realize just...
Kind of like
It's
how
like, it looked like you couldn't really get more beautiful than that until you see Smash Ultimate and then you look in comparison. It's like, wow, I had no real... I
Yeah.
didn't even realize that those
Especially-
technical flaws were
yeah.
there.
And from what I noticed from gameplay footage, just the animation from say a recovery move just to the hookless animation, the transition to those animations is much more smoother, so it looks way better.
Oh yeah, and one thing that I noticed, like a lot of Smash Bros. Games prior before Ultimate, was that when they had a what do they like to call them? I guess like a returning stage. They never really updated the returning stage, but this game actually, you can see that they built just about every stage from ground up, even the Smash 4 Wii U stages. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you go back and look at Bridge of Eldin and look at it for like Smash Wii U or Smash Brawl, looks so much better. Even the same thing goes with Temple. Like Temple looks that much more detailed than what it looked in other games before Ultimate.
Yeah, and
And even the
I must stress this again. The facial animations just look way better. It just has so much personality in it, and I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
they definitely do. And Speedy, what was that you said?
even the stages that were purposely kept retro, like Saffron City, you can still
Oh,
see
yeah.
like there's, even though they're purposely trying to keep the look of 64, it still looks like an upgraded version of those stages.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like we didn't even know that we wanted, but now that we've seen it and playthroughs, it's like we want it. We definitely want it. I want to play it.
There's a
Definitely
lot of
worth
stuff that
$60.
Smash does that I didn't even know I wanted until it was revealed to me.
I look at
Kinda like-
Smash and I'm like, I never knew how much I wanted Bubsy before.
oh god.
Okay, nope, not
Okay, something that this is gameplay wise, but something I never knew I wanted back. Not something I wanted, but something back was air dodges, like directional air dodges. I love the fact that they brought that back, just for the simple fact that
That wasn't
after playing
technically
Brawl
part
and
of the
playing
franchise.
Smash 4, air dodging is so annoying. Like, people can just air dodge their way back to the ledge. Now it's much more punishable than it was in prior games.
I mean, that wasn't technically ever in the franchise before.
Sorry?
I mean, air dodging to the side technically was never part of the franchise before.
It was in
It was
Melee.
That was an
It's
accident.
just the application of using
Yeah.
the wave dodge.
Yeah,
where
that's
wave
it.
dash was the
That's,
bug.
again, remember, Melee does not have all these features that people say are features. They have some of them, but they do not have all of them. Some of them are some of them are programming exploits, and you gotta
No,
remember
the
that.
directional air dodge was actually intentional, not wave dash.
It was intentional.
Yeah.
Wave dashing, it was known that you could do that, but they didn't know it would be used to the extent that it was.
You can wave dash and Smash Ultimate. It's just the 6 second. It's
same with out canceling, because out canceling was a built-in feature in Smash
Just has
64.
lag.
In Smash Melee.
They called it smooth landing.
Yeah,
I
pretty
know.
much. No, but even with wave dashing, you can do it, but it's like a 6 sec. No, not 6. It's a 6 frame delay. But considering the fact that the more you dodge, the more style it gets, you can't necessarily do it as good as you can do it in Melee.
Yep, because they don't want
It could
any of
probably
those
just
wave
be used
dashers
for
anymore.
Wave land. It's probably just gonna be a wave landing tool, and that's pretty
Oh
much
yeah,
it.
definitely. The Inklings look so sick with it too. Oh my god.
Yeah, just because of the different types of animations where it just turns back into a squid.
Yeah.
I believe the running animation is it turning into a squid, kind of like how it dashes in Ink in Splatoon.
Yeah, it is. Trust me, I've like seen countless hours of this game, mainly because I am a huge fan of Splatoon. I don't want to get too much off topic, but going back to Smash, I will definitely main
Yeah,
Inklings.
Inklings
is
are
one of
so
my most
unique.
hyped newcomers. Inkling is probably the one newcomer I've watched most of, because yeah, I was wanting to Inkling since Splatoon was a thing. So I was hoping it would be the final DLC chapter in Smash 4, and then we got Bayonetta.
Bayonetta, yeah.
I also thought Out would be cool.
Guys, here's a question: of all the veterans returning who are much different than they were when when we last saw them, which one do you think got the most exciting change? For me, I'd have to say Pokemon Trainer.
Yes.
Pokemon Trainer.
As much as I'll miss Smash.
Do you mean in terms of like utility or moveset?
Moveset.
Okay, moveset Roy hands down. Roy when he got
How
when he got
has Roy
confirmed
been
for
drastically changed?
when he got confirmed for Smash, considering like
4.
yeah, when he got confirmed for Smash 4 and how he used to play in Melee, it is
changed from 4 to Ultimate. Is that
4 and Ultimate? Oh, yo, okay, you're right.
I'm talking about
I would
Ultimate.
say
From previous
Ultimate.
appearance
Okay.
to Ultimate?
I would say Pokemon Trainer. Yeah.
Pokemon Trainer and maybe Ganondorf, I guess.
Yeah, Pokemon Trainer and Ganondorf are pretty easy picks. Oddly enough, I'm
I think I would say Link.
Link is one
Link
that
is-
I'm actually not all that on board with. Aesthetically, I am, but when it comes to the way he looks like he plays,
Oh,
not as much.
actually, who said Link? Who said Link?
I responded.
I don't know.
That was-
Because whoever said Link, I actually agree with you there, especially watching a lot of his gameplay videos. His bomb utility is just, it's crazy. He has.
It's gonna make them
You're right away
pretty
to 1%.
interesting.
I'm also like very huge into like animations and how moves change, because that's
Yeah.
one thing animations is the one thing I always look for the next Smash game. I want to see it.
The first thing I'm gonna look for in Smash Ultimate is all the victory animations.
I love how Mario now is wearing the cape when he uses it instead of just pulling it out of nowhere.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like, that's
although-
what I mean by animation, not just like victory animations, but just like animations.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about, but
Yeah.
just
Why
all
did
the
he still
victory
have flood?
animations, just the angles.
Oh yeah, they look
I
amazing.
love.
Okay,
I
now
love
that-
all of them.
not to mention the cape, I'm kind of wondering if instead of having Mario's usual side special of reflecting the cape, imagine if he used it as a little boost, an horizontal boost, kind of like Fox, Fox side.
Well, the thing with Sakurai
Imagine that.
is he doesn't like to change a lot of moves. It's a miracle if he even changes one. That's just his
What the hell
mindset.
is that?
So that's why we never got a moveset change for characters like Ganondorf and Zelda. He just doesn't want to change any movesets that he established before.
Yeah.
Most of the veterans, they change their final smashes, and we have some
Yeah,
that
Final
have-
Smashes is probably the only thing he changes.
Final Smash is.
I'm gonna miss some of
A
the
lot of
controllable,
people are really-
the controllable
are really
ones.
into the way that the Final Smashes have been changed, and frankly, I would be as well, if not for one thing. A lot of the new Final Smashes kind of seem to have their personality removed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're
At least
before you got to
Donkey
control
Kong-
them.
At least Donkey Kong, if you trapped maybe your opponent the target in a barrel before
barrel.
doing that whole
Yes, in a barrel.
Or if Pac-Man didn't need his changed at all, or things like that.
Well,
They could have just made
I like
Pac-Man
Pac-Man.
faster, because I hated how campy it was in Smash 4.
Yeah.
Okay, they could
Yeah,
have made Pac-Man
well,
faster
the idea
and
was-
shorter.
Well,
yeah.
they needed it to be faster because of their whole Final Smash thing of making it faster
Yeah,
and
but not
making
that-
it not transformation.
They could have
Freaking snappy.
They could have given Pikachu Gigavolt Havoc, pardon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad it's not a transformational Final Smash anymore because I hated controlling it.
Some transform and Bayonetta's has no excuse to still be what it is.
Yeah, because that was a hard Final
That
Smash.
one,
to
the
kind
execution of that one is such a pain. And
Wait,
they could've
Bayonetta's
just made
Final
it an
Smash
eight-
is perfect.
It's perfect to its game, but
It's
just
perfect to its game, but in this case, why keep it as what it is? You could have just had the ending of that with an
Yeah,
way to get hit by it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I was
better
wondering
Yeah,
why it
you're
was
right.
kept the
Okay,
same
yeah.
because they're trying to make Final Smashes.
I'm not complaining with the aesthetics on some of these, except for, well, Little Mac and Donkey Kong. I am going to complain there, but
I like
I'm
it
more
just
so-
because
I'm more so
JoJo
complaining about how
references.
they fit in with this, and those don't fit in at all.
Oh yeah, back
so,
to. Go ahead.
going back to what we said earlier about which newcomer do I think changed the most, I just pulled up the official website, and my opinion has changed from Pokemon Trainer to Ice Climbers.
Oh yeah, because Nana
Wait,
sucks
you-
more.
You know what? I missed the question.
They made sure wobbling will never happen again.
Yeah, Ice Climbers got it. Ice Climbers got it big time. Like, their down B, it's much better is what it should have been. I don't know why it was the way it was before. Which when they blow ice at you, like, one faces the front and one faces the back. I didn't like that at all. They both face the front when they do it for maximum damage.
Yeah, I like that too.
I kind of
Yeah.
liked how it was before.
I like how Nana freaks
Yeah,
out
Rob
if Popo gets
You got the
taken.
Rob treatment for side B.
Sorry, Speedy, what was that?
I like how Nana now freaks out if Popo gets taken, like gets grabbed or eaten by Kirby.
Yeah, she's not as
pretty
useful
much you can't
anymore.
get grabbed.
That's gonna be a fun thing to make fun of in Machinima because in previous games he was able to save him, and now she panics and he's probably just like, "What are you doing? Just help me!"
Yeah, machinimating with all these characters now.
It's
gonna be pretty
someone
fun.
Made a machinima
Why won't
about
one
that.
of you assholes help me?
Someone made a machinima of that.
So what do you guys think about Echo Fighters?
I love them.
I understand why
as
they were made.
It's nothing new to fighting games in general. Which is one
as
reason
I-
why people want Ken, because he's the OG Echo
as-
Fighter.
As I said before,
Yeah.
I was always a defender of Dark Pit and Lucina, mostly because people hated them. I wasn't a fan of them being clones, but I hated how people just bashed on them all the time because they were some of my favorite characters from the previous era.
I honestly had no problem with them being clones, but now that was Echo Fighters, it actually changed the whole perspective, even for the
Yeah,
clone gamers.
it let characters like Daisy and Richter come in.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I don't mind Echo Fighters. They've been in the series since Melee. Well, actually, since 64, Luigi. But
Yep.
technically they've been in since Melee. But the thing about some of these Echo Fighters I'm looking at is that some of them, not all of them, but some of them had their own potential to have their own moveset.
Yeah, and
Since
that's
the first one I'm looking at
well,
right now, it's like
Right.
the earliest Echo
well-
Fighter on the list, which is Dark Samus.
yeah. All of them, most of them could probably have their own moveset. Like Dark Pit, his game, the game he comes from is all about customizing your weapon. So why doesn't he use more variety of weapons?
Yeah, I want
Lucina,
Dark Pit to
yeah.
be unique.
Yeah, Lucina, she doesn't even have her idle animation from Awakening. So
She also, in various spin-offs, uses a bow a lot.
well,
Like stuff like
she
Cody.
doesn't use a
Mostly
bow.
has
She doesn't.
I
use
know
a
she
bow.
doesn't use them in
easiest
Awakening, but she uses it a lot in she's used in Fire Emblem Heroes, Codename Steam.
Fire Emblem
Cross-Exit.
Warriors. Fire Emblem Warriors.
Hmm.
So,
So
yeah.
even though she can't use it without class changing from Great Lord, she's The intelligence systems considers it one of her other weapons at this point.
Yeah.
And then it just begs the question, like, characters that are coming back, like, such as, Pichu, Young Link, scrolling down, Pichu, Young Link. Those aren't Echo Fighters, but they're unique characters. You know, like, what...
You know all the changes that have occurred to Pikachu?
And unique animations. For Pichu and Young Link, they're not considered Echo Fighters, I think, I've heard because of their height, and Dr. Mario and Roy have kind of unique movesets.
Yeah,
Oh
well,
yeah, those two are like out of the proportion. They're definitely considered semi.
Yeah. So
I reckon Pikachu.
Yeah.
I reckon Pichu and Young Link count as semi-clones now, just by the sole fact that Link and extension Toon Link and Pikachu have just changed since Melee.
You're
Well,
right.
no. Okay, so you know what? I figured out what distinct character as an Echo Fighter and one as a semi-clone. Semi-clones vary in their size or weight. That's why Dr. Mario, he's heavier than Mario. That's why he's considered a semi-clone. Or someone like Chrom, he's the same.
And now he has a Spike Smash. And speaking of that, I uploaded something to the text-to-voice chat. It's this video that was uploaded before Chrom and Dark Samus.
Oh yeah, by my friend. Yeah, it's by my friend Chaoski, fellow member of Fanfickle. Got advertised somewhere.
All right, I'm a little confused here. How come they consider? How come they consider Dr. Mario to be a unique character, but for some reason Chrom is still an Echo when he even has unique moves like his new Final Smash?
Chrom is the ultimate exception to everything.
It's only his special. It's only his special stuff.
You know, now that you mentioned that, because I thought about it, like, I'm a Smash nut when it comes to moves and animations. Like, I'm going to be playing this competitively, but looking at Chrom, his side tilt is actually different as well.
It's just a different
He does have a
animation.
different side tilt.
So
It's
like
a
Dark
different
Pit.
animation.
Dark Pit has like one side tilt that's slightly less strong.
He should have had a different spike like that one in Medusa's chapter, where he just takes down the boss with his foot.
YouTuber AlphaRad made this quote one, and I quote, "Having a unique moveset at your disposal doesn't save you from becoming an Echo Fighter."
Yeah, that's completely true.
Yeah. Okay, so actually I'm gonna have to leave because I need to get back to watching these
And
marching
I
people.
should go, but yeah.
I'll come back if you're still calling,
See ya.
even if it's unlikely.
All right, see
Thanks
you,
for
man.
joining, man. See you later.
I might even call again tonight or something.
Yeah, but that is actually a very good question because Chrom kind of has his like, you know, this up B where it's a hit and then it goes into Ike's. Which
No, that's
still
just
is like a
Ike's.
clone move because which still is a clone move because it is Ike, but at the same time he has like a side tilt. And that's just one move out of many moves that he has that it's like similar. And then like Dr. Mario, he just has he has a new down tilt. No, he has a new down air, which now spikes. So that is a good question on why he isn't an Echo, but then we have all these other characters who are Echoes who kind of have more originality to them.
I'm guessing at this point we're just gonna have to wait for the game to come out to actually do all the really in-depth comparisons, figure out what the difference is.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Considering only the 8 original characters are available from the start, it's going to take us a long while to see the complete moveset of all the remaining characters, including the ones that are yet to be revealed.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Oh wait, Marquez left.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
There's-
noticed that.
The thing about stages that I wanted to say earlier is that I'm pretty sure you remember I was asking Nick, I believe, of Bonehead Clan, what was the Animal Crossing stage called, and he said Smashville. There was something earlier that said, I don't mean to go back into this topic, I will change it immediately, but there was something earlier saying that what if we got a third option? You know how there's the Omega stage, there's the Battlefield, and what if we get a Smashville option?
I feel like they would have told us that, like how they told us
Yeah.
that there was the battlefield, because they said that there's 103 stages, and that there's even more if you count the battlefield and the Omega versions of all the stages, which also kind of brings up the whole thing with.
I find that kind of unlikely. Omega version, and I'm kind of surprised that Sakurai actually said that it took a long ones that are super huge and the ones that are hazards.
Anyways, here's a topic: the Koro thing that said like 108 stages. Do you guys believe that? I personally don't, because Sakurai was pretty big on saying 103 stages. That's the total.
I
Want to believe it, but considering Sakurai himself, I'm not sure.
I want to believe that there's still like a very small amount of stages left to be revealed, but I'm not sure. Just based on the way he was wording, saying 103 stages, he didn't say this is the total so far.
Yeah, but he gave an exact number. He only really does that when there's nothing else to reveal. Like,
I will be the bold person and say that there will definitely be more stages, mainly because like you can't have a newcomer and not have a new stage that comes with. I mean, King K. Rool is the exception because there's already so much Donkey Kong representation. But I'm just saying, like you can't introduce a new series and not give them a new stage.
but here's the question: are we actually going to get any new franchises? Since we only have like who knows how many newcomers left, but it's probably going to be a very small number. They could all just be from existing franchises, like a Pokemon newcomer, a Xenoblade newcomer, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Speaking
Most
of,
we probably get is just new music and new tracks.
yeah. Speaking of, for Pokemon newcomers, I am pretty annoyed that everyone's saying Incineroar. I don't really want Incineroar because we've already got Charizard. We've got a fully evolved Fire-type starter. I would prefer something more unique, like Lycanroc or Golisopod, if you know who those are. Gengar would be pretty
I
cool.
could understand why they would pick Incineroar, just for the sole fact that it appears the anime is going that main route, and we got Greninja, and Greninja was Ash's starter in the anime.
The thing is with that, Greninja wasn't chosen because of that. He was chosen from concept art. At this time of planning,
they still decided to pick him as the main one, because they figured this one's probably going to be the most popular.
yeah.
For the same reason.
What was I going to say? At this time when he was planning, it seemed like maybe there was some information, or he could have just done the whole Pokemon from Sun and Moon, and then waited to see more information on Pokemon. See, like, oh, okay, this Pokemon looks pretty unique, I'll put him in. So that could have been, like, anyone. But people are going right to such obvious choices like Decidueye and Incineroar.
I fear Decidueye, some people picking it one because it's a grass starter, and we've only got Ivysaur.
Yeah, we got Ivysaur back, so we don't really need
They
that.
want a fully evolved grass starter, but they're also because it uses a bow. And,
That'll be unique.
Yeah, and it's been in Pokken, so
Yeah,
it's
I was
already
gonna bring up
getting an
Pokken.
idea. We know what we can do with it.
Yeah. Like, I didn't hear, like, personally, just with me, I didn't hear a lot of Decidueye hype until Pokken came out. Like, just hearing Pokken get into Smash. Pokken get into Smash. Not until Decidueye get into Smash. That's when I, like, actually started hearing a lot of Decidueye hype when Pokken got in.
You know, I wanted Decidueye back in 2017. January of 2017, I made a video saying, like, if there is going to be a Smash for Switch, these are the characters I'd want. I said, like, Pokemon from Sun and Moon, and then I talked about Decidueye. But then I see more Smash Ultimate information comes out, like, after the E3 Direct, and everyone's saying Decidueye. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then I keep hearing, and I'm like, okay, this is a bandwagon. This is annoying. Talk about someone else. Because it's Pokemon. There's so many Pokemon that you could choose.
I still remember.
Yeah, like I said, I'm biased. I really went. Oh, yeah. Same with Zoroark when Brawl came out.
Yeah, but at least
Not
then there
Brawl,
were
I
still
think it was
people
Smash
saying,
4,
like,
everyone with his-
Gen 7. Not Gen 7. A Gen 6 Pokemon. And that's what we ended up getting.
Yeah.
Aegislash would probably make for an interesting Gen 6 Pokemon. It's got
Who?
a stance system.
Aegislash?
Yeah, you know, the sword.
That would be pretty cool. But I think that,
Sword and shield.
yeah, I think that if we are going to get a newcomer, it's probably going to be a Gen 7 newcomer because promotion.
Oh yeah.
So my number one want for that is Galissapod, which is the main Pokemon used by the villain of the game, Guzma.
Oh yeah.
I think that would
I
be
cannot
so
stress this
unique,
enough. My number one
so
is definitely
cool.
Gengar.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
But going off what you said though, like I've noticed like there's a lot of series that go off by popularity, but they don't do that with other series such as Zelda, which now is the perfect time to do it considering wink wink nudge nudge, like pretty much every Zelda character in that game is pulled from a different series now.
Yeah.
Add Tingle.
Yes, add Tingle.
I know he's
You've been
hated
waiting
in
for
America,
Tingle.
but he's not as hated in the rest of the Western world, and Japan loves him. He's had like
Yes.
3 games.
Honestly, I figured that they'd probably add in Midna for a Twilight Princess rep, and now she's an assist trophy. So
Yeah. That kind of surprised me
Sorry.
how like we got Rosalina, because she was only really in Mario Galaxy, but she was also in a lot of spin-off games, so I understand why she was added in Smash 4.
She was disgustingly popular after she was revealed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Are you talking about for Smash or just in Mario Galaxy in general?
I'm just
after
talking
Mario
about.
Galaxy in general.
Oh
Personally,
Yeah.
was really popular.
Oh yeah. Her being in Smash to me wasn't surprising at all. That's kind of like once Inkling had their once Splatoon came out, they were just pretty much in everything and anything. And they're just so
Yep.
popular. I was surprised they actually didn't make it in Smash 4 for DLC.
I wasn't, because there was a Mii costume.
Yeah. I'm talking just
Costume
about
and a
before
trophy.
that.
Yeah. Alright, what's another topic we could talk about? I don't think we talked about theories yet. 'Cause there's like the box theory, the music theory.
I personally don't believe in box theory, just because Sakurai's been keeping so many cards close to his chest.
Right.
I doubt he would reveal, like, all the newcomers to the marketing team at this point. 'Cause
Another
some of those
thing-
boxes and stuff are going up on display, like, way before the game comes out in December.
Right. Like another thing, there was these cards for the download code of Smash Ultimate before the game even comes out. And that was sold without all the newcomers on the card. So that means that even if this box comes out like this, that doesn't mean that that could be all the newcomers. It doesn't mean that there's only 2 left.
Yeah. I don't believe in a box theory at all, to be honest.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
When I heard of that, I pretty much lost hope in the box theory. Now I think we're probably gonna get like 3 more newcomers, maybe 5 at most.
Yeah. I'm believing the 5 at most as well.
Yep.
Like if we get anything more than 5, there's probably like DLC after the game comes out.
We might actually get that information this month, like very soon, because there was the update added to the playlist for
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So who
They
knows? That
usually
could
do
happen.
About 10 days before the reveals, too.
Yeah. So like when October 10th, maybe, if that's right.
Yeah, they actually someone did say that earlier on YouTube that they pretty much update the website before reveals, and that has been. I wouldn't be surprised if we got another reveal this month or something big at least.
Right. I think maybe we'll get like a Robin style reveal with 1 newcomer, and then it'll have like kind of the Cloud reveal where at the end it was
October 10th?
it said like final presentation, and then that transitions to showing a date, and then that trailer would have, not that trailer, that direct afterwards would have like all the remaining information, the remaining newcomers, the spirits mode information, if it is spirits mode, which I think it is.
Actually, it would be amusing if they pulled a Shulk and just revealed it on a Japanese-only live stream.
Yeah, that was weird.
I'm trying to look. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Then there's
I'm trying to
the
see when does Smash 4 have their final live stream before the game released.
I think that was like a month before the game, because that was the 50 fact extravaganza.
Yeah.
Well, that was the Wii U version. That was the
Right.
3DS version came out a bit before that.
What was the direct before that?
And that is already revealed like Dr. Mario, Duck Hunt, all the characters that were missing to be revealed besides the DLC and Mewtwo. So, when the trailers came out, everyone knew it was them.
Yeah.
Alright, and then there was this music theory, which said that music is added to the website to coincide with newcomer reveals. Like, when Ridley and Inkling were revealed, we got first the Brinstar Depths theme, and then a week later the Bomb Rush Blush. And then when Simon and K. Rool revealed, first it was Bloody Tears and Monster Dance, and then the next week it was Gangplank Galleon. And then same thing for Isabelle, she was revealed, and then a couple days later, the Happy Home Designer song. So if this is correct, that means we probably wouldn't get like a Mario newcomer like Geno, or a Kirby newcomer like Bandana D, or even a Pokemon newcomer, because we got the Steven battle theme.
Interesting.
We probably won't get another Fire Emblem newcomer then, because we already had the
Right.
Heroes.
Everything that's already been shown off on the website music-wise, that would mean that those franchises wouldn't get any newcomers. That just leaves some franchises like Xenoblade, Punch-Out. I would love to see a unique Punch-Out boxer like, I don't know, Aaron Ryan or Mr. Sandman, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know what the other franchises were, like Star Fox, Earthbound.
If it's Xenoblade, would you see like Rex and Pyro Elma getting in first?
I would see Elma.
Yeah, I'd see Elma.
The fact that, although they might show design documents to Sakurai, Rex and Pyro's, not sure about Pyro's, but Rex's design was finalized like partway into 2016 or something.
Right.
So development on Smash Ultimate was way underway at that point. That's the only thing I've got against Rex and Pyro getting in. I think
yeah, the whole thing with timing. Right,
yeah.
The whole thing with timing points to it being Elma instead of Rex. I mean, I still think that maybe we could see Rex as an Echo Fighter. If not, we'll probably see him.
I can see why, for spoiler reasons, but I've played Xenoblade Chronicles, I've played 2, and aside from having a glowy sword, they don't play similar at all.
Yeah. So I think they might just save him for DLC.
Shulk is even added as an extra, as a like non-canon bonus feature.
Oh yes, I still gotta buy that.
Mages. He plays differently to how the Aegis Blade works.
Oh yeah. I mean, how long was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in development? It had to be in development by the same time X was in development, because I don't know.
I know they're working on design for Rex and that partway into 2016, so I know probably late 2015 at the earliest is what I could think of. They were working on it for the Switch. Jeez, when did they reveal it?
Well, even if they have...
They first revealed it in 2017, so...
Well, even if they had the design finalized, that doesn't mean like they had anything moveset wise. So
yeah, I think they only really started moving ahead once they had the main character's designs down.
Right. So I think they'd probably rather choose a character with the material already out there, which would probably be Elma.
Yeah. Her final smash would definitely be a scale.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And Sakurai bought that mech toy. He said he bought it for the gun. The gun even looks like something that Elma would use. But he could still use the mech for Elma.
Scale Final Smash, that'll be a pretty neat cinematic one.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking her side B can be something along the line of Bayonetta's side B, just sliding Slinger.
But, jeez, man. Okay, plans for Xenoblade 2 start in July 2014. By the looks of it, but designs and that came out way later.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So music also hasn't been released for the Star Fox franchise. I don't think they would get another newcomer in my opinion.
Something that I don't think we'll get them is like Punch Out,
The only one I
Wii
can
Fit,
think of
Duck
being,
Hunt.
like, I think the only one that could have been interesting from Star Fox would have been Crystal, but she's an assist trophy.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Plus,
Maybe we'll
got
get.
new themes.
Let's see. I don't know. There's no Game and Watch theme. There's no Ice Climber theme. We might get a Balloon Fighter theme or a Wrecking Crew theme because we got those stages, kind of like how we got the Tomodachi Life theme.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and also maybe because those two stages have characters that could work as fighters, maybe we might actually get Balloon Fighter or Foreman Spike as characters. But
That
I don't
wouldn't
know.
be surprising at all.
Balloon Fighter probably not because he's already represented in Villagers Up Special, and Foreman Spike I honestly don't see happening. The only retro character I see happening is Excite Bike Racer. I would love to see
Dig
that
Dug
too.
also owned by Nintendo?
I don't know actually.
No, that's by Taito.
Okay. I was like, imagine how funny it would be to see Dig Dug just like crawling through the stage setting bombs.
Yeah. But like of all the possible retro characters, I honestly don't see a lot of them happening except for Excite Bike Racer. He could fight with motocross moves or stunts as moves, kind of like how we have Wii Fit Trainer doing yoga poses for attacks. And
I've heard some people.
he could have like an overheat mechanic, kind of like in Excite Bike.
I've seen some people suggest Mac Rider from the NES game Mac Rider.
Maybe.
Who was considered at one point for Melee and had a trophy back then.
Right, but maybe I don't really see Mach Rider being that influential because I mean you don't like Excite Bike still went on to be like there's Excite Bike 64. There was the WiiWare.
There's the one
Excite Bike.
Yeah.
There's Excite Truck.
And there's even Excite Bike was added as an arcade archive for the Switch. So you see that Nintendo does still give a lot of attention to Excite Bike. But Mach Rider kind of doesn't get that same attention. So I feel like if Mach Rider is going to be in, maybe as like an Echo Fighter of Excite Bike Racer. But then like with a Final Smash using his gun or something.
That sounds very viable. I can see that.
Technically, N64 is retro at this point.
Yeah.
Anything from there added would be a retro rep.
Yeah. Yeah, some people say like K. Rool and Simon are retro reps. I mean, I guess I could see why, but not really.
Simon's very much a retro because he's based off his NES designs.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
He's very much a retro rep.
But the thing is, they also had games afterwards.
Would he be on his bike or would he actually be off?
I feel like he would be on his bike the whole time. Make it feel more like Excite Bike. Yeah, and maybe he could be like another Little Mac. Like not an air fighter.
I imagine he would have like one move like Bowser Jr. has where he's off the bike but immediately gets back on once.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like for his up special, he could just jump off of his motorcycle to save himself, and then when he gets back on stage, it respawns.
That would be pretty cool. I keep forgetting Bowser Jr.'s in a damn clown car. So you guys gave that comparison. I was like, oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that would be interesting.
Alright. What's something else we could talk about? Ooh, this is actually a character that I kind of want to talk about. So, we already kind of talked about Steve. Could be like an indie rep, or Shantae, who we kind of talked about, could be an indie rep. Here's the character that I think is probably going to be the indie rep, maybe as DLC. Travis Touchdown.
Oh my god.
Suda51 has
yes.
admitted he would love to see Travis in Smash. So
He said they pushed back the release day of Travis Strikes Again No More Heroes, just so it didn't get in the way of Smash Ultimate's release.
I love that ego.
He said...
You actually remind me of something. Continue, I'm sorry.
He said that he made a new No More Heroes game for the Switch in hopes that Travis would be in Smash. There's just so much pointing to Suda just indirectly in every way telling Sakurai, put Travis in the game, that I feel like he's probably going to be a DLC character.
Yeah, wow. That threw me off. It threw me off because it's something that I've talked about before with friends saying, you know what, Travis should definitely get in Smash. And I've talked about it recently. Then you're like, Travis in Smash. I'm like, oh yeah. How could I say Steve before Travis? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can actually see that happening. I wouldn't be surprised.
What are some other characters I think could probably be DLC? Maybe, we said like Rex, maybe DLC. I think maybe Excite Bike Racer and Mach Rider, DLC. I don't know. Springman, of course. That would be a pretty...
Oh yeah, Arms,
Yeah.
the Springman, and Arms Rep would definitely have to be DLC because if they're not in the base roster, it's just like Nintendo has tried pushing that IP out so hard. Like,
I reckon the best Arms has for a base roster is either a track or best a stage, but I'm doubtful about stages.
I'm thinking probably just trophies.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Go ahead.
There's just one thing that goes underrated in Smash, and even like Smash discussions, definitely music. And if an Arms character were to get into Smash, they'd bring over so many good tracks with them. So many. There's too many good tracks for that game.
Right.
That's pretty much what I was going to say.
Yeah. A lot of these people are saying that they think Banjo and Kazooie will be in the main roster. I don't think so. I think they'll probably be DLC this time. With Phil Spencer saying that he's down for it. All these fan requests for him. So I think maybe we will see Banjo and Kazooie as a DLC character.
One of the original artists from Banjo-Kazooie made a moveset back when the Smash 4 ballot was going on. If I remember correctly.
Did they?
Yeah. Someone just drew up the thing, posted on Twitter. It was pretty nuts.
Oh, I did not know that.
That actually reminds me about Nintendo Labo Man getting in Smash.
Oh God, no. You guys probably don't know this. I have a video.
Man for DLC.
Oh God, I have a video coming out tomorrow.
Successful, yeah, but since it's not, no.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna have another video come out, and it's gonna be characters that I don't want in Smash Ultimate. And I talk about Labo Man. That's the character that I do not want the most, because I do not want to support anything Labo.
I admit, I'm definitely not probably not going to play with anything Labo because I'm not its intended audience. I will admit that some of the stuff I've seen people make with the Labo piano has been pretty impressive.
Oh yeah. Also, MEWTWO-MILLION, you should definitely put in the Wii the Wii safety girl or the guy.
Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that.
He's had a pretty good track record for Nintendo. So
do not unstrap your wrist strap.
Oh God, that would be such a dumb pick. Anyways, back to saying how much I want Pepsi Man and Sans in the game.
Oh my God, no. Like, I understand that, like, Undertale is, I guess, a great game, but Sans doesn't need to be in Smash.
Yeah.
Somebody actually approached Toby Fox for putting Sans in their indie fighter game, and he's like, nah.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Like, there was a character I really didn't want to talk about until I got sidetracked on low Labo Man getting into the game. My God, refresh my memory. We were talking about...
I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, we were talking about DLC characters. I said something about ARMS music, and there was something that I wanted to get off my chest. Dang it. Now I can't remember.
Alright. Not too sure who else could be DLC. Maybe like Rayman. I would love to see that. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Waluigi as a promotion. Maybe, probably not. I don't see that happening really. But if Sakurai sees all this outcry that came after Waluigi's reveal, maybe.
Oh yeah, he definitely seen it.
Hey, if K&K Rule and Ridley got into a fan demand, hey.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it
Daisy,
could
don't
happen.
forget Daisy.
Yeah.
I believe someone actually went all the way to Japan and like stood outside of the Nintendo headquarters and like protest for Daisy. I'm pretty sure that happened.
I'm gonna take my leave.
Alright, right away. I'll see you later, man.
Alright, see you, man.
But I do remember what I was going to say earlier is that going back with DLC, since we're still on topic of it, I can see Sora potentially getting in, if for DLC. Like if
Maybe.
Sakurai goes out of his way to get Sora in the game, because this, like, Super Smash Brothers is a celebration of video game characters, and Sora is definitely like a very, very, very popular video game character that has left a mark on the gaming industry. So Sora would need to be, I feel like he would need to be in Smash at some point.
I feel he could
Yeah,
work
who
as
knows?
DLC. I just feel he won't make it into a base roster just based on how Disney tends to be when it comes to their characters.
Right.
Even if they don't fully own Sora, it's still quite an imposing presence that they'll probably want to try and change parts of the base game. But if he could get in as DLC, I reckon they won't be as imposing.
Oh yeah, he definitely won't. Base game, that's a hell no. But in terms of
Yeah.
DLC, it's definitely possible.
Man, the predictions for DLC is a lot less restricted, I should probably say, than the actual
Let's not
predictions
lie,
now.
Cloud getting in completely
Yeah.
blows DLC expectations away.
Don't forget Ryu, Cloud and Ryu.
Oh yeah, because now we've got all these restrictions with don't expect too many newcomers, and think about how we might not get any more stages, saying like possibly no new franchises. But then you look at, oh, what about DLC? Yeah, anything could happen.
Heck, DLC stages were a thing in Force, so
Yeah.
The thing that makes me think anything can happen with DLC is not necessarily Sakurai, but something Nintendo said about the Switch being, it's going to have a longer life than previous consoles. So this Smash Bros. Game is launching 2 years within the Switch's life cycle, so there definitely have to be like DLC for until the next Smash game comes out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, don't let the hype die down immediately. Like 2 years after the game launches, probably like keep updating it. I want to say kind of like Splatoon, where Splatoon gives you free DLC, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's an idea. Maybe we'll get like a new character a month, or just a piece of new content, like a new stage or a new character or something along the
add
lines.
some updates, new tracks whenever like they do a balance update, throw in a new song or something.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be
Because
bad.
let's
but-
not lie, there's going to be balance updates. They were going on
Oh,
for
yeah.
ages and 4, even though they were very rigorous before the game came out. So
And then the
Just
Bayonetta
beginning-
stunt in the tournament.
yeah,
Oh god. Sakurai shaking his head.
Yeah. I still have a lot more to fix that I've seen in the tournament today, or whatever he said. Something along the lines. I don't remember.
Oh, do you know, I actually read something that the guy, I can't remember who he is, somebody important I know, but he actually played Bayonetta just so he can show Sakurai how broken she is.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why he picked her. That is actually why I gotta find the article. That's actually why he picked her. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. Now if you can show Sakurai how broken Diddy Kong is, I'd be happy about that too. Too bad he wasn't in the demo.
Oh, wow.
I'm just amused that they showed off by being up Ridley, because Bayonetta is being up the horrific-looking giant creatures before. So it was so entirely fitting for her too.
Yeah, to think about that, you're going to have these characters like K. Rool and Ridley being beat up by characters like Pichu and I don't know, some other
Isabel.
Isabel. Yeah, couldn't think of another cutesy character off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, Isabel is super adorable.
Oh, I love her animations. Like, she's so expressive. You can just see her that she's so happy
Yeah.
in what she does.
And what she does, which is killing people.
She has so much personality compared to Villager.
She does. And we originally thought Villager had a lot of personality, but no, Isabel takes the cake.
Oh, yeah, all those fan theories about Villager being a murderer or whatever.
Yeah. I can't wait to start playing as Isabel while I'm like kicking Samus's ass, a space warrior. I killed Mother Brain! No, you didn't. Pops a freaking confetti in her face.
Oh, wow. Alright. I don't know, what else should we talk about? I don't know, we've been going on for a long time. We'll probably...
What do you think would be... I always never see it brought up, but what do you think would make it in as, like, a collectible trophy?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I reckon we're probably gonna get, like, maybe some rabbits, but not, like, generic ones, just the ones from Mario Plus Rabbids, because that
Mario
game was actually really good.
Yes.
There was a lot of heart.
Also, I am back for a little bit.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah, I reckon at the very least we'll probably get Rabbit Peach, because that was David Soliani's favorite character from that game.
Not to mention, that's like the face of Mario Plus Rabbids right now.
Should I buy that? I wasn't sure about buying it. I never bought it.
I recommend it. It's a very good game.
I highly recommend it. It's
The only tactical game I play is Fire Emblem.
It doesn't play like Fire Emblem. You could.
Yeah, I know that.
It's more XCOM X. XCOM Lite would be the best way to describe it, but very solid gameplay, and it is.
It's genuinely funny.
Yeah, like the first three.
I'm trying to get into RPGs. I'm trying to get into Xenoblade and Final Fantasy type of games. Persona and stuff. I'm a fan of Xenoblade story and music. I need to get into the gameplay more.
Alright. Back to the
That would be
trophies.
at least one series get trophy. Arms.
Yeah.
That would be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Here's an even more
like
easy
Dr.
one.
Coyle or Max Brass or someone in there.
Yeah. How about like Snip and Clip from Snipper Clips, since we've already got the...
Clips, wow.
Yeah, since we've already got the Snipper Clips song on the website.
The guy who composed music for Snippet Clips had no idea that was happening, and he was just blown away. He found out that a song I made's in Smash Bros.
Now that you mention it, I'm surprised because I know Smash usually takes the stage from a series that might not be represented and just like sprinkle it in Smash. I'm surprised Snipper Clips is not a stage.
Yeah, that also
Snipper
surprised
Clips
me.
would've made an actual good stage.
Well, that might be because they're not putting a lot of emphasis on adding a lot of new stages. They're putting emphasis on adding older stages, fan favorites and stuff.
Yeah, similar to the characters.
The entirety of Brawl besides Rumble Falls.
And PictoChat.
well, that speaks for itself because I think PictoChat 2 and stuff.
Yeah, PictoChat 2 is better.
Yeah, it's like
Same
a
with
Flat Zone when they have Flat Zone
Same with
X.
Flat Zone 1 and 2, it's Flat Zone X and Wii U and stuff.
Yeah.
The thing that worries me about Momo or Reds or Pyra in Smash is the logo is still the Monado, the series logo, and the series is still the Xenoblade Chronicles font and stuff, the original title logo. So I have and it's still Drawer Glen as a stage, so I'm kind of afraid that we're not gonna get a new Xenoblade rep.
Well, we've also got...
Well, there isn't anything, there isn't anything like Monado related in X. There is something spoilery in 2.
Oh yeah, trust me, I played 2, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
I always thought the type of ads type of logo fit the series better as a series logo for Smash. It's kind of like how the exclamation mark fits better, in my opinion, for Metal Gear.
Yeah, since we're like on the, sorry.
I reckon that's also more of a spite thing from Konami though, because that was the.
Yeah, that was Spot Sound, and now that's the Kojima logo and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, since we're on the topic of Xenoblade character in terms of, we were talking about 1X and 2, right?
I actually wanted Fiora in Smash.
Yeah, so Smash Bros. In terms of like, a lot of people like ask how are they different, but just every game, think Zelda when you think Xenoblade, because every game there's just like a different setup. Well, see, Xenoblade Chronicles X is more futuristic from the past one, so they actually guns, weapons,
I think the main problem with Elma in terms of moveset is, will they have to censor for guns and stuff? Or
oh hell no! No,
Bayonetta gets
Yeah, we got Bayonetta.
Falco, everyone.
Yeah,
Fox,
because
Fox
if they
She uses
censor it, if they censor
Elma
it and
uses
they don't
sci-fi
add it at
guns.
all, she'll just be dual katana wielder, and then everyone will complain, oh, just another sword fighter in Smash.
Not to mention, like, one of her signature moves is sliding slinger, which
sliding
involves guns.
slinger.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be the side B.
Yeah, that'll be Bayonetta.
Also, if Bayonetta can use her guns, why can't a Resident Evil character be in Smash and use their guns? Yes, Leon for Smash. I would love that.
They already have Matthew Mercer.
Yeah, we've got Matt Mercer as Chrom.
Chrom.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know trivia about Matthew Mercer?
Ganondorf and There Will Be Brawl.
No, he actually created There Will Be Brawl, and he also did Kirby and Meta Knight.
Wow.
He also played, I think he played Ganondorf in Nintendo to the 64th Power and stuff. Also.
Well, then again, Chris Redfield also voiced Sonic the Hedgehog, so.
Yeah. That was Roger Craig Smith.
They're still reusing Generations and London 2012 voice clips, because I don't like his voice in Generations. I don't like.
Oh, you know what? That is actually, thank you. That is actually something I want to say.
Okay, so I have a lot of issues with the voice cast because Lynn still has Lonnie Manila and not Wendy Lee, and I'm pissed about that because I love Wendy Lee.
The
They
Brawl one?
release voice clips all the damn time for Smash.
I know,
but
for Lynn, it makes no sense because they have all the heroes voice cast except for Lynn. And Lynn is the best voice that came from Heroes, in my opinion.
What killed me was specifically going from Brawl to Smash 4, and pretty much like, okay, Melee to Brawl, a lot of the characters had different reworked voices, but going to Brawl to Smash 4, it was recycled. But going to Smash 4 to Ultimate, there are so many new voice clips. I just wish there were more. That's actually something I wanted to say earlier.
Yeah, and even for Cloud, he still has Takahiro Sakurai as the Japanese seiyuu for all the versions.
I reckon that's more of a combination of Square and a Union thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're even allowed to recycle clips like they did for Steve Burton and for Dissidia and stuff. And it's also Union is also the same reason that Ali Hillis is not returning as Palutena.
I thought that was because she was busy with a different project.
That was Smash 4. For Ultimate, it's now Union stuff.
Alright. Let's probably...
That would explain why Anthony Del Rio, well, he's still in Smash Ultimate. He wasn't credited for his role as Heroes.
He's discredited. He was not credited, I think. I think she just wants to stick with the Union and stuff. That's just her decision. I wish it was the case that she did come back as Palutena because I preferred her over Brandy Top.
Yeah, all this stuff with voice actors and voice acting work.
Yeah, I'm a VA nut, so of course I'm gonna get mad at something like Lynn.
Yeah.
The Lynn change is all I need. Just change her to Wendy Lee, please. I want Faye Valentine as Lynn and not Rouge the Bat. Oh, ciao.
Alright. Let's probably end this off soon. Let's do one more topic. Let's talk about some bosses that we could see in Spirits mode.
Finally, Eggman.
Yeah.
Marks from Kirby.
That would be pretty cool.
Mandalore from Kirby.
Where he knows he can work as a good boss because Taboo pretty much took all
I
these.
got one.
Hades from Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeah.
I got one. Goombas.
Goombas. Giant Goomba.
Oh wait, has
King
everyone
Goomba.
played Xenoblade fully, or know the story at least?
Which
I
one?
haven't.
The first one.
Oh no, not
Okay,
at
I
all.
was
I'm not
gonna
gonna play it, so you can spoil it for me.
I was just
I was
thinking
gonna-
like maybe Metal Face.
I was gonna joke around and say Sansa and stuff.
Yeah, because I've only fully played X, and I'm almost done with 2, but I've not played the first one.
I need to play all of them because I only started on them. I started on all of them really a really short chunk of them.
I see Ganon being a boss. What if Ganon's in there as well?
That would be really cool.
Classic Ganon.
Ganon could make for a boss because he's
You
only
did Ganon?
appearances at Final Smash, and there's many different designs of Ganon.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like just like how they went with different designs of the Zelda characters in this game.
If they do Elma, so maybe an Ethan's boss like just a tyrant and stuff.
Oh yeah, you can
They
put
could do
tyrants in the game.
was the I forget their name, the Chapter 9 bosses. The Rothians.
I know what you're talking about. Or the aliens.
Yeah, I can't remember their name at the moment. It was Gas something, I think. But they
Let's
were
get-
really
let's-
awesome fight.
Let's get a Cat Bowser boss in Smash.
The Meowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I feel like will be really interesting for Spirits, because that's something Subspace Emissary lacked that Adventure Mode for Melee really did pick up, was originality.
For
Right.
adventure mode, if they put adventure mode, I just hope for brawl cutscenes and bosses, Smash Run enemies and stuff, and Melee adventure mode type of levels and stuff.
I reckon if there is going to be like story mode, it's not going to be as heavy on story as Brawl was, just for the sort
Yeah.
of that they're putting more effort into making everything
Characters
else in
and
the
stuff.
game.
Oh, let me actually mention something that I found interesting that someone brought to my attention earlier, is that when Smash Wii U was being made, it was being developed by 2 different teams. One team
Right.
handled the Wii U game, the other team handled the 3DS game. Now think about it, with Ultimate, they merged the 3DS and console. Give me 1 second. They merged the 3DS and console divisions together. So let's say one team took the base of Smash 4, modified it, made Ultimate, and the other team's actually making the Spirits Adventure Mode.
And that was actually the plan for Brawl. For Subspace
Right.
Emissary, they planned to have another studio work on the story mode, but they decided not to do it because Sakurai wanted it to be in his sole vision. He couldn't even get people to do the cutscenes right. He had to model himself so that they would get the cutscenes right.
Yeah, Sakurai always wants to visualize it himself and want it to be the way he sees it. Like, even the Melee opening, he body acted that whole thing and almost passed out from it.
Wait, he body acted what?
The
Subspace
Melee
Emissary
opening.
cutscenes. And the Subspace Emissary cutscenes. I
Yeah,
believe.
the Subspace cutscenes too.
I don't think you could do it now because of his I don't think you could do it now because of his right arm disease.
Yeah.
If that's still a thing.
That's also why he uses the
Tendinitis. Yeah.
right. That's also why he uses
He uses
the
He uses a
Microman.
joystick.
Yeah. That's why he also shows animators how he wants characters to be animated with Microman figures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. But I'm
That's-
sorry, what did he body act the first time outside of Subspace Emissary?
Melee opening.
Really?
Yeah.
He's insane.
Apparently.
Yep.
He is
Okay.
insane.
Which cutscene or which part of the Melee opening or which cutscene do you think would be the funniest to look at Sakurai reinterpret?
The one with all the Yoshis running.
Oh yeah.
Hands down. That's what I thought about. Then like Yoshi just turns around. Come on, guys, let's go. Like, I can't imagine Sakurai doing that. That's funny.
All right. I think that's about all the time we have. That was a good 2-hour discussion.
That was kind of part of
Yeah.
athlete, I guess.
Yeah, it was cool how you got to drop in.
Yeah, I dropped in the middle of a tournament.
Can you guys still hear me? Yep. Sweet, because my laptop is like turning off on me. I don't know why.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. If you guys want to just say this has been me or whatever you wanted to do, give your little closing. We didn't get to introduce some of you guys. So I guess.
I'm Speedy Fox 4. I do stuff, but not much on the internet.
I'm Star Falcon. I hope my voice didn't annoy you.
All right. I'm not sure if Lone is still here.
Lone is still here. I just don't know where. If he's still on the call apparently.
Yeah, he's still on the call. I just don't hear him.
Hear me?
I hear you now.
I'm
Alright.
sorry. Okay.
I hear you.
Thank you. I am LoneWolf1500. I am creator of the Legends of the Rise of the Fallen series on YouTube, and I'm also creating the
watch it.
Thank you. And I'm also creating the upcoming series Surf and Turf for Smash Ultimate that will be Splatoon based.
Yes, check out Rise of the Fallen. It's really good. And then we also had some other people on here. We had the Bonehead Clan. We had Speed Demon. We had Big West or Voice Acting Gamer 99. And then some other people. Who were the other ones? It was like Morquez. Yeah, Redway. They were also on here. They dropped out early, so they didn't get to, I don't know, say goodbye themselves.
Also Morquez.
Yeah, Morquez. Alright, thank you guys. It was very fun having this discussion. Maybe we'll do another one before Smash Ultimate releases. We've only got 2 months left.
Yep, 9 weeks.
Alright.